Real ID. You know, this is something that was brought up in 2005. Rand Paul ran against it. This national ID, the real ID. Well, they're trying to push it again, and all this is like all this cryptocurrency banks. It's just like getting a club card at a store. Everyone's got a barcode or whatever that QR scan shit is on the back of our IDs as it is now. Um, it's been years, but I think it was about 16 years ago or something there here in Alaska, where maybe it's been over 20. Fuck, getting freaking old. But yeah, where we didn't have the laminated ID anymore and driver's licenses and stuff, and we switched over to these plastic cards with the little barcode on the side, and it's got the little like QR scan, long scan thing. They scan you at the fucking liquor store, they scan you at the tobacco store, they scan you everywhere that you need ID for anything, you know. Now it's like 21 years old in the state of Alaska that buy tobacco. Is fucking, this is fucking weird, man. 18 years old, you can go to the fucking war, but you gotta be 19 previously to buy tobacco products, and you gotta be 21 to buy alcohol. But when you're 18, 17 technically to our Constitution, I'm getting to this, to serve, you know, as a well-regulated militia. It's in our Second Amendment. But anyways, you know, Kyle Rittenhouse, that was one of the things that had going for him, which is bullshit in the first place, because a bunch of fucking pedos and fucking assholes, and there's still people today that believe that Kyle Rittenhouse fucking killed a bunch of fucking black people. No, BLM had killed more black people than fucking white people during the fucking whatever statistics. Anyways, you know, in Minecraft. So this real ID, they want to put the national, like a star. Does that ring a bell with anyone? You know, I'm Gen X, so I mean, it's like this is just no-brainer shit for our generation. You know, any of our generation that doesn't have their head up their ass and sitting on their shoulders. You know, yeah. What country? What regime? What global fucking bullshit put that fucking star on people? Gassed people, put them in concentration camps, all that stuff. It's happened in America too. Yeah. So the real ID, that's been shut down a bunch of times because there's enough of us out there, enough fucking people in our political body even, that are like, no, this is a wrong way to go. Wrong way to go. Picture this. You like freedom, right? You like privacy? Well, you get that real ID, you're not going to have any privacy. It's just another way to take more rights away from you. And it's the ultimate rights that they want to take away from everyone. Didn't they run that out with the 2019-2020 agenda? I think y'all know what I'm talking about. I still see people wearing masks. Are they bandits? No, they're just idiots. But the real ID is that you should never comply with that. It is an infringement upon our 10th Amendment rights. And you don't need a piece of parchment to tell you you're free. I don't. Taxation without representation. Your 10th Amendment gives you it gives the rights to the states. We don't need a federal mandate of a real ID. a national ID. That just turns you right into what they're doing in China, or, you know, whatever they're doing all over the place is pretty fucking blatant what they're doing to everybody all over the place, all over the globe, all over the world. If you're a flat earther, God help you. But oh man, real ID? No, no, no real ID is like, oh, you won't be able to fly. You know, Christy Nome is wrong about that. And as hot as she is, and all the photo ops and all that stuff, it's like, no, I have none of that. No, I'd really like to see her hold a gun properly too. You know, that's kind of embarrassing. It's not kind of embarrassing. That this whole entire society is embarrassing. That people are willing to bend a knee even farther than we already did just in the COVID era, which was just a few years ago. You want to talk about the dumbing of our society, the epitome of the American consumer. A majority of us out there, well, I don't know, seems kind of weird that to say majority or minority anymore, because shouldn't the majority of people, or 100% of all people, want to be free? Well, that takes fighting for something, and it seems like that's been lost. Because it seems like when you fight for anything right and moral anymore, and even just upholding the laws of our land in America, our constitutional rights, our Bill of Rights, our Declaration of Independence. What happened? The de-evolution is clear. We have to argue about fucking men and women's sports. We have to argue about boys and little girls' bathrooms. We have to argue about who's right when they pull these drag queen story hour or dancing little shows, and parents are taking their kids to that shit to watch grown-ass men bounce their balls out of a thong and everything right in front of children and stuff. Why aren't the parents being arrested? What, rhetorical question, but what the fuck happened? We see these demon-possessed people all the fucking time. They just fucking come out of nowhere. They're all over the place. They're trying to kill Jesus again, even though he's not here. He's in our heart and soul. We have spirits. You know, all these people wanting to dupe everyone into all this evil. And that's what the real ID is part of. I have a Bureau of Indian Affairs, tribal cards, IDs. That's supposed to be recognized by the federal government. And the federal government is a fake entity. It was never a constitutional part of our government. It was brought to you by all the anti-American motherfuckers called Democrats back in the 1800s. Rolled into the 1900s. You got Prohibition, you got the ATF, oh, we need gun registry, all this stuff. Everything has been unconstitutional, but it seems these generations, and even my own parents that grew up in the 50s, 60s, 70s, had kids of their own. Moi. I've been here a long time. I'm starting to question sometimes with Was I ever even born? Or have I been here the whole time? Because it sure seems like I have. Because of it's not that difficult. It's not that hard to see what is going on. If you open your eyes and open your mind and open your soul and your spirit, maybe you're just possessed. Maybe you allowed to be like, oh, we go cut some imaginary. So if you can't believe in God because it's you can't see him or you can't see her or whatever, but you're gonna bow down to people and a structure that you've never ever seen in your life. You've never ever had anyone personally threaten to your face, come and deliver you a letter. It's like, we're gonna come take your shit because you didn't pay your taxes. Oh, you didn't pay enough taxes. And then it's like, well, what do I owe? They're like, well, we don't know. Weird. But we'll let you know in 2 weeks. Oh, with penalties. And then it's like, oh shit, guess what? No. Fuck that shit. Why would you sit there and believe in that shit? These motherfuckers never came and helped you harvest your land. They never came and helped you with your community. They never helped you with your garden. They never helped you do anything in life. But you're afraid of those people that are gonna just come take your stuff because you didn't pay your taxes? This real ID is no different. You want to be part of the Matrix? You want to be a fucking little digital fucking baby that they're sucking your fucking, juices out of your asshole in a fucking capsule? Fucking weird, man. Yeah. No, you have no business being here. You can go someplace else, or I'd just rather, the only way to take out the fucking problem is to take out the fucking problem. And what is the problem? Different problems in different places, but we're all going through the same issue, aren't we? Some entity that you've never met in your life, willing to take everything from you, and you're willing to give that up? What are you fighting for? What are you fighting for if you don't stand up for yourself? What are you fighting for if you don't get the concept of what reality is? Food, water, shelter, proper. Don't believe anything that you hear and only half of what you see and read. And we'll end that right there. It's your Salty Alaskan Rambo out.